when I sat down in here, I looked around, and obviously the first thing that caught my eye was all that burnt orange. And I told him, I said, Bill, this is a very crafty way to recruit young people to the University of Texas. And it is. And we were just sitting there talking about competition. And that's what drives our world that we live in, if you really think about it. It's, you know, I certainly won't delve off into a political speech, Izzy, but the fact of the matter is, it's trying to push all of the entities that we can into being more competitive is how we improve ourselves. And, you know, I get to thinking back, and it's Bill and I are not spring chickens anymore, and how we grew up in different places, but the fact of the matter is, back in the 60s when I was graduating from high school, my competition, I graduated from Paint Creek Rural High School in 1968, and my competition was the other 12 kids in my graduating class. It was a pretty small, oh, it might have been the kids over in Haskell or Stanford. It was 12, 16 miles respectively away. But I had a fairly small competitive area that I was particularly paying attention to. And today, when how the world has changed and the competition that we have, the day that you graduate from the university that you choose to go to, your competition that day will be graduating from Istanbul, Turkey, from Beijing, China, from London, England. We live in this incredibly global marketplace, and the competition is worldwide. So the preparation that we make for you as we prepare you is very state-of-the-art. It has to be very visionary. It has to be very competitive. You grappled with some pretty big issues today. Sarah was her riff of all of those issues that you were talking about, and President Powers is right. We as a country and as a state are dealing with those every day, and you all are going to be the ones who live with the decisions that get made, so your engagement in that is very important. And you met the selection criteria of this program. So my instinct is that you are already on track to be a leader. Every one of you that met the criteria, Ronnie, to go into this program, these kids are already on track. These young people are already on track to become the next leaders of our state, of our country, of the world. That pretty much says it all right there, Bill. We no longer are just kind of a regional institution. We're changing the world. And that is a powerful, powerful statement of fact. This program, Subiendo, is broadening your understanding of the unique challenges and the opportunities that face this state. And I want to congratulate you. Thank you for taking the chance. You stepped out of your comfort zone to come here. You could have been laying around the pool somewhere, man. You know, it's summertime. You could have been kicking back, but you chose the chance to hone your leadership skills. And you chose a place that would challenge you. It challenged you to learn, and it challenged you to lead. And from what I've heard, it's been done pretty much Texas style, Jim. I'm big time. So the speakers you've heard, the issues that you've studied, the conversations that you've had together, what all that spawned. It's not only going to shape your perspective and have a great significance on your life, but also, as I said earlier, the future of this state. So as this winds down, as you say goodbye to new friends, and you're going to be the ones that step into the leadership roles. Other people are going to benefit from your passion. Some of you, that will mean going into student council offices. Some of you are going to go on to a sports team. Some of you, as simple as this may sound, may be an example in a rowdy classroom, regardless of where you apply yourself. The challenges of leadership are going to be real, including those moments when you are out there literally and figuratively running. And you look around and you find that you are way, way out in front, alone. You may find that some of those that were leading you have slowed down the pace. My advice to you is keep running. The risks are worth it. Take a chance with the opportunity of leadership. One test of a leader is his or her ability to discern what things need to be changed, what things are already changing. I know that President Powers finds that every day overseeing one of the great universities in the world. This week in Texas, you've likely seen that our state is in a continuous state of flux. And I suppose it has been since its founding days, Ronnie. Texas has always been a very dynamic state. Think about our population grows by about 1,000 people every day. Now you think about the essence of that. Fill up the Irwin Center about twice a month with the number of new people that come and make this state home. Children that are being born into this state. People from outside the state of Texas that recognize that this is where they want to be. So I tell people on a regular basis, there is still a land of opportunity in America. It's called Texas. No matter what your race, your creed, your political persuasion, Texas has been and it will continue to be the land of opportunity. Here in Texas, it doesn't matter who your parents are, doesn't matter how you spell your last name. A better life is within your reach. Here in Texas, we give the people the freedom to pursue their dreams instead of crushing them with taxes. We were just talking about Izzy and Sarah both live in the Bay Area of California. That's not bad living. That's a very beautiful part of the world. But there are places that where they crush you with taxes and strangle you with regulatory red tape. But because we haven't done that in the state of Texas, we are perceived, and rightly so, and we are the envy of the nation. Texas leads the nation in exports. I might add, we're the #1 exporting state now for the 8th year in a row. We're home to more Fortune 1000 companies than any other state. We added more jobs in this last June than any other state. Matter of fact, the first half of this year, we added nearly twice as many jobs as any other state. And that may, that may sound like a whole bunch of facts and figures that I rattle off to you, but those jobs represent paychecks. It represents people being able to take care of their families. Those jobs are the building blocks of strong communities, contributors to the personal freedoms that we all love so much, and they're cause for great optimism and continued opportunity, I might add. I sincerely believe that that opportunity is available to all Texans. But sadly, there are some people who think they don't have a seat at the table. Let me assure you that our state's continued success depends on the combined efforts of all Texans. And I will say, particularly, our Latino brothers and sisters. And the reason is because the facts are very clear that the largest demographic group in Texas in 2020 are you. Having you at the table, having you engaged, having you be a part of the leadership of this state is very, very important. Texas has to be committed to cultivating respect for the character, the culture, having that Hispanic appreciation for traditional values of family, faith, hard work, patriotism. Those are Texas values, and we need to perpetuate them in our homes, in our schools, in our communities. Latino men and women will increasingly fill important leadership roles across the state, including some pretty high-profile folks in the state of Texas. I'm very proud of men and women that I've had the opportunity to appoint to rather substantial positions. Hope Andrade, the first Latina Secretary of State in the history of Texas. Rolando Pablos from San Antonio, who is the chairman of the Texas Racing Commission. The first Latina to serve on the Supreme Court of the state of Texas. I had the great privilege to appoint Justice Eva Guzman last year. Those are incredibly talented leaders, and they make me proud to be a Texan. They make me optimistic about our future. And so do you. In the months and the years to come, I encourage you to continue to grapple with those issues that you have been dealing with just over the course of the last few days. Be willing to take a stand. I tell people, stand up. What do y'all say at the University of Texas? Come early, be loud, wear orange, stay late. Something like that. But be engaged. Don't be afraid to share your beliefs. In our democracy, the profound change isn't achieved by the chattering spectators sitting on the side of the arena. It's the men and women who believe enough in their heart, in their minds, that they're right. People willing to persevere in the pursuit of an ideal. Freedom to participate in our democracy is not just a right. It's a responsibility. And I challenge you as you go on with your life to take it very seriously. When you get home, you get rested up from this very busy week, stay in touch with the new friends that you've made here today so that you can remind each other of the lessons that you've learned and challenge one another to remain strong and engaged. The fact is we need you. We need you greatly in this state. We need your leadership. We need your perspective. We need your idealism. You keep making your voice heard, and you keep making a difference. And you will continue to be part of the great state of Texas that is truly changing the world. God bless you. Thanks for letting me talk.